What color is your Bugatti? Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I am Karim, channel name Smell of Truth, and thank you so much for passing by. Today I have 10 fragrances I think Andrew Tate will wear, or at least will kind of suit him.
I am so ready!
Before we start, you all know what to do. Subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any great content anymore. Give this video a thumb up and comment down below with a fragrance Andrew Tate will wear in your opinion. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, actually I'll let it say Andrew Tate.
Bitch!
Let's start with number 10. Number 10 in my opinion is a very unique fragrance, but if you look on the notes it actually isn't that unique and actually isn't that bold. But if you smell it, you're like, how? You know what I mean? So, because Andrew Tate loves Dubai, I chose an oriental kind of Middle Eastern fragrance, which is Widian Black Collection V or 5, however you want to call it. And I mean, if you look at the notes and you're like, Karim, what the hell is bold about that? Believe me, smell the fragrance and you will notice. In my opinion, this fragrance doesn't have the basic designer likability like Dear Savage or whatever. This is more unique kind of. It is white floral, it is fruity, it is a bit woody, it is a bit spicy, and it is sweet. And in my opinion, this one isn't that likable. I mean, when I first smelled it, I was like, whoa. I mean, I liked it, but I immediately knew that I'm going above the edge with this fragrance because it is quite unique though. Try it out if you haven't, and in my opinion Andrew Tate will wear this when he's in Dubai and just for example chilling, or at night time going out for dinner, going for a ride in his Bugatti. Next one, for daytime in Dubai, I picked a very good one. It already gained a little bit of popularity thanks to Curly Fragrance, but that doesn't mean that it is not unique. I am talking about Arabian Night by Arabian Oud. I mean, even though it is flowery, again, you need to know that in the Middle East they work a lot, at least with the fragrances, they work a lot with flowers. They have a lot of rose kind of fragrances, they have a few jasmine fragrances and all that stuff. They love flowers.
If I continue watching this video, I'm going to end up converting to Islam.
This one is actually floral, but it is masculine enough. It doesn't feel kind of lemony, citrusy, normal. It actually feels quite different. It has a kind of lemon scent kind of to it, but it is more unique and different enough to say that this is definitely not citrusy. If you smell this fragrance, you will notice that this is quite unique. This is different from kind of European or American kind of fragrances. You will probably not smell this very often unless you go to Dubai or somewhere else in the Middle East. You will not smell this on every second basic guy, and that's why I chose it for the daytime in Dubai for Andrew Tate.
I might convert to Islam right now.
The next one is a fragrance Andrew Tate will wear, in my opinion, in nighttime or whenever he is going to have sex.
It's fucking haram.
It is Zaharoff's Signature Royale X. Signature Royale X is a flanker to the original Royale. The Signature Royale is a classic gentlemanly fragrance that is a bit warm, spicy, it is woody, it has a bit sparkling, a little bit fruity, sweeter kind of vibe, and it is very good in my opinion. This is how I will describe Royale. Royale X basically has just some dirty, animalic muskiness to it, but still likable enough to not be completely animalic and a mess as a fragrance. I do really enjoy this one, and I gained a couple of compliments, and I haven't even worn it that often because it is a limited fragrance. That's also a reason why I chose it for this list, because Andrew Tate definitely will wear limited fragrances that not everyone can get. In general, I suggest to anyone that is getting slowly into niche fragrances to try out Zaharoff Fragrances. I specifically picked this one because I think this is the kind of dirtiest, naughtiest one, or the boldest one from the Zaharoff line. Zaharoff in general has very likable fragrances, and I think you should go and check them out, at least get some samples. So tell me, who has the money and the space to collect all these great fragrances? If you don't want to be a fragrance collector and you want to smell great, there is no point on always buying a full bottle. Myself also doesn't buy always a full bottle, only if I really love the fragrance. But sometimes it is also good to just have some samples. That's why today's video sponsor is the Cologne Collection. Myself has a handful of samples, some were gifted to me, some of them I purchased myself, and I also ordered some new ones which I'm going to show you here. They have popular niche and designer fragrances, and because niche fragrances are very expensive, there is no use to always getting a full bottle. Also, sometimes a fragrance you don't know if it is worth it, you don't know how the batch currently is, like on Creed Eventos, which they also sell samples of, so definitely go and check out the Cologne Collection. First link down in the bio, and apply SMELL10 for 10% off on your first order. The next one on this list is also kind of unique one, because Andrew Tate obviously is rich and has class, as you see in many of his pictures. He drives luxurious cars, so he knows how luxury feels like and how class feels like. And I think he's smart enough to know that Italians have class and definitely know how to make luxurious products. One of these luxurious products is this fragrance called 17 Rosso, so 17 Rosso, from Roberto Ugolini. Roberto Ugolini, 17 Rosso. Italian class. If you want to know how Italian class smells like these days, this is it, man. I chose this fragrance because of its class and because of its passion. This one screams passion to me. I don't know what it is, but I think I can smell the passion in this fragrance from the perfumer, because it smells really passionate, and of course Italian class. I mean, who doesn't want to kind of have something that reminds them of Italian class and Italian luxury? And because Andrew Tate is also a passionate guy, I chose a passionate fragrance for him. Green, woody, floral, a bit spicy and a bit fruity. It lets you smell good as a man, and again a great example that men can wear floral fragrances. I cannot stress this enough. Florals, flowers in general, in fragrances are not made only for women, also men can wear it. And in many modern fragrances there are some floral notes. Try this one out. I suggest it to anyone that wants to have a great Italian luxury and passionate feeling. Next up, we got another limited release and another one from Zaharoff, but this time in collaboration with Curlyscents, which is already a big influencer in this game and one of my best friends in the community, with her fragrance that was released last year, so in 2021, the Siren. You see here the beautiful presentation, and you see the dark juice. The juice is dark as my soul, man, or at least as dark as my humor, although I think my humor is a bit darker. I chose this fragrance because it is bold, and if we can agree on one thing on Andrew Tate, that he is bold, and this fragrance is definitely bold. I think this is just more confident, more bold, and more made for people that have some cojones, you know what I mean? So if you are an inoffensive person, if you ain't got balls, spray this one on and you will have two of them right in the beginning. This fragrance to me is dark. It is a little bit smoky, it is leathery, it is spicy, it is a bit sweet, it has some dark chocolate to it, so it has some kind of gourmand edges. The leather in here, I don't know, whatever Andrea created here together with the perfumer, this is kind of one of the only examples of leathery fragrances that I like. and I hate leather fragrances in general. If you want to smell confident and mysterious, the Siren is one of the best examples. So as you can tell, based on the notes, it is a very dark fragrance, it is a mysterious and a very confident one in my opinion as well. Because of its boldness, its mysteriousness, is this actually a word? I don't know. And its darkness, I think it will suit Andrew Tate very well. We all know one of the most popular niche fragrances out there from Parfums de Marly, Leighton. But first of all, it is too popular. Second of all, I don't see why this fragrance is masculine. In my opinion, it is totally unisex and women can wear this one easily as well. As you know, in my opinion, I don't see any kind of gender in fragrances. Fragrances to me is a kind of art, and art is for everyone. Some may be considered as more masculine, some may be considered as more feminine, but in my opinion, art is art and it should be enjoyed by everyone. I think he would rather choose DesirToxic by Parfums Micallef. Why DesirToxic? Because first of all, it goes in a similar direction. Second of all, it has a unique cannabis note which gives it some smoky and more earthy, more kind of greener vibe to it. So in my opinion, DesirToxic is woody, it is green, it is a bit smoky, it is spicy, it is a little bit fruity, it is a bit sweet, a little bit kind of powdery, it is citrusy, it is aromatic, and a little bit floral as well. Even though there are no florals in the note description listed, I feel like I get a slight floralness out of it. Based on the note description, you already see that it is more meant to be a kind of masculine fragrance, and definitely more masculine than Leighton. It goes in a similar kind of direction, but it doesn't smell the same. So if you want to have a more bolder, a more confident, and more masculine version of Leighton without being too similar, definitely check out DesirToxic. And I also have a link down below where you can save 10% off for this fragrance. Next up, we got a fragrance that I don't understand the note description of it, because it sounds a bit harsh, but it sounds misleading though. Parfums de Marly, Carlisle. This fragrance to me just feels like darkness. It is boldness in a bottle, it is mysteriousness in a bottle as well, like the Siren as well. This fragrance smells to me like a mixture of Ford Tobacco Oud from Tom Ford and Parfums de Marly Harrod. This is the best how I can actually describe this fragrance, but the notes say something completely different. This one is to me a kind of boozy, woody with tobacco, dark, with an oud note as well. I feel like I get a kind of oud note as well. Also, while I wore this fragrance, a guy at work actually asked me if I am wearing an oud fragrance. This is my badge code of Carlisle. So you can check that it is definitely not fake, and it is also very long lasting, which also speaks for an original product, because fakes mostly smell for 5 minutes and after that they are gone. But this one lasts for easy 12 hours on my skin. Like, this is a complete beast. And because it is a beast, it has this darkness, this confidence, this mysteriousness to it. I think Carlisle would also fit very well to Andrew Tate. Next up, we all know the legendary fragrance Creed Aventus. Niche, expensive, luxury, whatever. Keep that for yourself, okay? Andrew Tate likes luxury, but I think it doesn't like being basic. Even though I have to say, it smells great, it smells really good. The current batches unfortunately don't last long. After like 5 or 6 hours, they are gone. Aventus is not anymore what it used to be. It's not worth its money anymore. Morning Chest by Vilhelm Parfums is one of the best alternatives of Creed Aventus that you can get. Not only is this fragrance in a similar price range, also it has great quality, it has great longevity, and it goes in a similar direction. In my opinion, it may be missing the ambergris from Creed and the smokiness, and maybe the kind of in-depth floral notes, but it is a bit greener, it is a bit fruitier, and in my opinion it is better. I think Creed Aventus would be a good scent for Andrew Tate, but because Creed Aventus is so popular and is obviously not worth the money, I suggest Morning Chess. This fragrance actually might be the boldest fragrance in this list, and I think this will suit Andrew Tate so well because of its confidence, mysteriousness, darkness, and yeah man, you already know it is quite popular. I only have a sample. I think I'm gonna get a full bottle of it. It is Tobacco Oud from Tom Ford. Tobacco Oud to me just screams fucking confidence. I said you're gonna grow 2 cojones with the Siren. If you spray Tobacco Oud, you will grow 3 cojones. You have 3 balls down there. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, this is... It is so bold, but so good, so well made, and oh my god, I think I'm gonna get a full bottle of this one. Boozy with tobacco and oud and a whiskey note. You have some spiciness to it, you have some darkness, you have some smokiness to it. It has also kind of earthy and very woody notes to it. Thanks to the incense, it is smoky, and thanks to the vanilla, the spices, and the whiskey, it has some sweetness to it, while still being boozy enough to be bold and masculine as fuck, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. Tobacco Oud, I don't think I have to say anything about it. The last fragrance of this list is a freshie, which I can see Andrew Tate wearing this on his yacht. He has his fragrance on it. He jumps in the water, he gets out, and he reapplies. Even though it might not leave the skin after you got into the water because it is very strong and powerful, still he will reapply just for the sake, because the top G is rich as fuck and the top G can afford to reapply with Xerjoff Torino21. So Xerjoff Torino21. This fragrance just screams CEO vibes on the beach. This stuff is powerful, it is luxury, it has class to it, it has status, and it has also likability. This is fresh, it is green, it is citrusy, it is woody. It could remind you of aquaticness, but actually it is not aquatic, it is more aromatic from the rosemary that is in here. And man, what else should I say? I mean, the bottle speaks for itself. I only have this small bottle, but Andrew Tate would have like a 200 ml of this. So yeah, I can imagine him wearing this on his yacht or on business meetings where he simply wants to smell fresh, but with status, with class, and in a very luxurious way. So this was today's video with the 10 fragrances I think Andrew Tate would wear. Let me know down your opinion. Let me know your thoughts on any kind of fragrances. Have you tried any of these? Let me know which fragrance do you think that was not in this list will fit Andrew Tate as well. Thank you for watching, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye bye.
I stay the same, dude. Always the man.